Okay, so he wanted me to comment on something that Osho wrote. So I'll read you the comment. Whenever you start planning, you divide yourself. You have become two. The one who is controlling and the one who is controlled. A conflict has arisen. Now you will never be at peace. You may succeed in controlling, but there will never be peace. You may not succeed in controlling, but there will never be peace. One thing that I love about Osho is the way that he says one thing one time and then says exactly the opposite the next time. Like he constantly contradicts himself, but not just a little. He purposely says the absolute opposite. He holds to nothing, and he wasn't ashamed of teaching like this. A lot of teachers try to have some sort of linear teaching. But he would say one thing and then a couple of weeks later would blow it up again by saying something else. Because nothing anyone ever says is the truth. There is no intellectual truth to hold to. The baby didn't need to understand. The child doesn't need to understand this. A dog doesn't need to understand this. It is just this. It is. And in the apparent story, it often appears as a process of intellectual understanding. It's just the way the story dances. You read all these books, understand all these concepts. And what it appears to do is unpick all the concepts that were there till you're left with nothing. But that's the point, till you're left with nothing. Nothing. Osho, myself, many other teachers were selling nothing. And in this apparent story, these concepts unpick old concepts, but then these concepts are thrown out. And why I say in the apparent story is because what I'm also saying to you is you're left with nothing. So if you're left with nothing, there's no story. The story only exists in thought form. The story only exists in a thought that's arising now, in this. And when you lose the ideas that you're your thoughts or your body, then you also lose the attachment or the belief in the story, in past and future, because past and future arise in a thought. So if you no longer believe you're a thought, then you no longer believe you're your story or the result of a story. Because cause and effect also happen in a thought, because you remember how it was, and then a cause coming along and changing it, and then the outcome of that change, which has to exist in thought, in memory, because where is anything that happened yesterday? It's all in here. And if there's no sense that you're your thoughts or your body or memories or ideas, then you can only ever say apparent story. Can you hear the rain? It's really coming down now. It might sound like crackling. A summer storm. I love summer storms. See if you can see outside. Can you see it? I don't think so. There was massive thunder earlier. So, if there's some rumbling in the background, it's not my tummy. Or the doggies. I have got some new doggies. I'm looking after a friend's house, and I've got some amazing doggies. Bonnie! Bonnie! You wait till you see this dog. Bonnie! She's a bunny girl. She's a bunny girl. Come on, Bonnie. Bonnie. What a good girl. Oh, look, Ruggles has come too. Here we go. Are you ready? This is Bonnie, a Shih Tzu. She's so cute. Aren't you, Bonnie? Oh, look at her. And her brother, Ruggles. Ruggles. He's a bit heavier. Look at Ruggles. Oh, look at this face. Hello, Ruggles. What a yes, hello, Ruggles. You're so cute. Yes, you are. There we go. There we go. Let's get doggies. Okay, Bonnie wants back up. Oh. Okay. I never really knew what a Shih Tzu looked like, but this is a Shih Tzu. 100% Shih Tzu. I'm tempted to tell you all a joke. What do you get if you cross a bulldog and a Shih Tzu? A bullshit. It's a silly joke from some kids' film I watched. She's so cute. Okay, Bonnie's going to help me answer. So, did I comment on controlling? And if you controlling and splitting the mind. Yeah, so dividing self in two. There's two thoughts going on. There's life with a second, thinking that you are a separate entity that can do something, which isn't your fault. That's just a thought arising that you can control and you can do something. But in that thought arising, it gives the impression of a separate entity. Here, although thoughts still happen, and I don't want to give the impression that this is the end of thoughts, there's no second here. There's no claiming. There's just experiencing. But yesterday, I was doing some stuff on the internet. I was buying some stuff, and I made a mistake and made my credit card details a little bit vulnerable. So then lots of action happened to try and stop that situation. But that's not me controlling the situation. That's just life acting through me. There's no sense here that I am doing this. If you believe that you can control a situation, you'll then also suffer when that situation doesn't go your way. It'll be great suffering. If it does, there'll be a great high. So it's all these beliefs and these thoughts and ideas. There's this setting up happening, and it's not you setting yourself up, it's life setting up apparent separation. There's a thought and a contraction. I can control life, which is just a thought and an energy arising now. I need to do this and this to control life. And then bing, there's the apparent separate individual. It's an amazing, amazing mechanism. Who's a good girl, Bonnie? Controlling actions might happen. Yesterday, controlling actions happened here by trying to control any financial damage. But it wasn't Lisa controlling, it was just life doing its dance. There was no second claiming it, and therefore, if I lost the money, if something happened, then it's not me. It's not who I am. I can't resist. Oh, Bonnie. Yes. They always want to be on TV, animals. Whenever I'm recording, they come. Okay, you want to get down now, sweetie. Oh, there we go.